Hey everyone, my name is Tobias Forge, and I am the person responsible for Ghost. Every now and then, as I'm working on my own material, I like to work with cover versions of other songs that other people wrote, simultaneously or in tandem with writing my own music. So lately, when I was writing songs for Impera, I had a studio setting and an engineer. I am completely untechnical myself, so I have to have an engineer doing all the work for me in terms of recording and editing and making it sound a certain way, and I sort of stand behind and dictate, you do, can we, and in order for that work to just keep on evolving and never stop, as soon as I come to a halt in my own writing, I don't want to just sit around looking at the wall and all of a sudden want to go home. I figure that if we record covers in tandem with the other writing, we keep on going. What usually triggers me to write or work with a cover is that there's something in that song that I don't want to call imperfection, but I would want to say that there's something that I want to correct, or something that I feel that I can improve or put a little bit of a contrast fluid into the song, or revamp in a way that I find enticing. I grew up in the 80s and the 90s, and We Don't Need Another Hero was a big song in the middle of the 80s when it was part of a film. As so many other big songs of pop culture, they were featured in films, and so was We Don't Need Another Hero. It's part of Mad Max. Same thing with Jesus He Knows Me. In 1991 or 1992, whenever that was a single, I don't remember, but when that was a song on the radio, and when that was a song that was played frequently on MTV, I was 11 years old, and I was a big music fan. I loved Genesis. I loved Peter Gabriel. I loved Phil Collins. Still do. And maybe today they might seem sort of eclectic, that it's a weird choice, but back then it was not. They were as big as The Weeknd at the time. So that was very normal, very mainstream. For the last couple of recordings, I've worked with Fredrik Åkesson, who's a guitar player from Opeth, because he's a very, very, very talented guitar player, and he has a great ability to just listen to what you've recorded and he learns how to play it, and then he can. What took me a whole day of cutting and pasting and putting together as a solo, and sometimes when I write solos, I have to sort of slow everything down and whereas when he hears that, he's just like, okay, you want this, which I can't do. So you bring him in, and he sits through and works through the material and executes it in a way that you have uncut good takes.